Hey guys, welcome back. This week we're going to be getting back into our cabin build. We're going to try to get all these posts in before the first frost. We're also going to be keeping up with the fish wheel, doing a little hunting, a little foraging. Let's get to it. Okay, we're going to go check the wheel. Yeehaw! Well, there we go. We're catching fish. 3 nice fish. Awesome. Fish wheel's catching fish, huh? There we go. We're getting them with the wheel. How cool, honey. Yeah, let's help fillet. All right, well, the wheel's really catching now. That's about 7 in 2 days, which isn't too bad for this time of year. The fish are still of pretty good quality. The only thing that really changed was the water height. I've had to raise the wheel up now a few times because the wheel was scraping the bottom. And after fishing this river for a season, I'm starting to come to the conclusion that when the water goes down, you catch more fish. So pretty cool. It's nice to see this thing catch salmon. Big, starting with these guys. How cool is this?
Oh, we do. There's a lot of berries there too.
Should have brought the fillet knife. This knife is really dull. Picture this one. Oh, lean.
This one's got eggs, lean.
The liver.
Is that the liver? Well, there we go, 6 nice fillets. It was a little bit of a challenge to get through these with this knife because it was pretty dull from cutting mushrooms, but that's all right. We got through them, and I'm excited to come check this thing later. Well, Alaska might not always give you what you want, but she definitely always gives you what you need, so we're pretty happy to get these, but we're gonna get back to the cabin and see if we can sink some cabin posts.
One trip down to the wheel and we got almost a week's worth of dinners, bit by bit. This is great. We're gonna use every bit of this. All right, we are definitely gonna have these guys fresh for dinner. Here's one. All right, this is gonna be dinner along with some of the puff balls we still have left over from the other day and maybe a big salad from the garden.
Okay, we need about 18 pieces of rebar, so I'm gonna cut some of these long ones in half, load them in the trailer, we'll take them up to our cabin site and we'll stake them in the ground where each post is gonna go, and then we can start doing the fun part, which is digging the holes. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, so I'm definitely no builder, and the only cabins I've really built were on just gravel pads, and then when they move with the frost, I'd adjust the doors and the windows to them. But where this is going to be such a big structure and where I'm going to spend so much time on it, I want to do the foundation right, even though it's probably the most boring part to the build, but it's probably also the most important part to the build. I'm going to kind of take it slow, and if you guys have any suggestions or ways you would do it that might be better, I'm always open to those. The way I planned on doing this was I was going to dig about 16 post holes about 4 feet down, and I got some guardrail ends that I got for free, and I was going to plop them in the ground. I wasn't going to use concrete, I was just going to pack them with gravel, mostly because it's hard for me to get concrete up here, and I don't have any real machinery, or I could strip the tundra here, but I'm just going to build right on top of the tundra, so I'll dig through it. It's been a long time since I've done this. The last time I done this was 10 plus years ago, and Amy's father taught me how to do it, so I guess we'll just get going and see. Let's start squaring some posts. About there. About a foot of moss there, you just stick right down in that. I brought that old timer up here and he just looked at these posts and he told me 24 by 32, huh? He didn't even, he just stared at it for a second, so. There we go. That's what it claims. It doesn't look right, but. That way. I really didn't expect it to be right. So glad we have these mushrooms. You don't want mushrooms, Birch.
She's like, do I not?
Okay, I think after rechecking my math, my diagonal measurement should actually be 40 feet, not 41.6, which explains a lot because I feel like I was chasing about a foot and a half, no matter what I did. So I'm gonna start over here. I'm gonna get that back line straightened away, and then I'm gonna start from square one here. But it's important to take your time with this. The worst thing you can do is rush this part of it, and then you end up with something that's all wonky. So I'm gonna get to it. Okay, that's 40. Okay, well that goes a lot better when you do your math correctly. That's pretty much squared. They're gonna move a little bit when you pull on them and so on, but that's basically the center of where each corner is gonna go, and that's a 24 by 32 square. Two right there. Okay, I think I'm going to do a post about every 8 feet, so I'm going to start laying these out on the front line and then this side line. Then I only have about that much string, so I'll get these laid out, and then I'll move the string to the back and to the other side, and then we'll lay them out that way, and then we'll start laying out our cross posts. Okay, now I'm gonna go to that side line, and then we'll switch the string and we'll get the back wall and this side wall, and then we'll start getting the cross ones in here. So we'll put those probably about every 8 feet too, huh?
And my pants.
Birch is like, I'm gonna take it down. It's too much containment.
Yeah.
I don't like anything sectioned off.
No.
There somewhere, eh? Oh, there we go. This is the really great thing about building in Alaska, especially outside of organized burrows, is that you just come up here, start clearing trees and start building. There's no permits, nothing required. You're free to build as you wish. You're really free when you can build on your own land like this. And the other really cool thing about it is there's no property tax. So I can build all this stuff and no one's gonna come up and assess it or tax me on it. And it's really freeing to be able to do that. And that's not the case in a lot of places for sure. Okay, well I got the posts laid out for the basic square of the cabin. Now I'm going to start pulling everything this way and get our cross posts in. We can do a bunch of more cross measurements to make sure all this is square, but I don't know what I'm hitting with these posts, but there's something down there that's solid, which ought to make it interesting for digging these holes.
Yes. Great.
Okay, I got all these pieces of rebar set to where I want to put a post for the cabin, so everything's nice and square. All I have to do now is dig the holes. I'm not sure if I want to dig them by hand or if I want to rent a post hole digger when I go to town, but town's about 5.5 hours away, so I'd have to return it, so I got to kind of weigh that out. And renting an excavator would probably be our best bet in stripping the tundra off here, but it would be about $5,000 to get an excavator up here, strip the tundra, and then bring it back, and I just don't really think that's worth it. I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do is go down and get my 2 weed whackers and let them kind of mow the majority of this brush down, and then I'll kind of assess it from there. Okay, well our post should be here later this afternoon. I'm gonna let these goats go ahead and just mow a lot of this brush down. I'm gonna go over to the barn there and fix the tarp on it that blew off the roof and start thinking about what I'm gonna need to put a roof on that before it snows. And once I get the post here, I'll get a pretty good idea of what I need to dig. And I think I'm just gonna go ahead and rent a post hole digger because I think that's the easiest course of action, where it's just me and Amy here and we're not gonna have any real help digging it. So yeah, cool. It's good to get this all squared up and everything marked out, and once we get the post in, then the rest of it can be done over the winter.
The guys that goes on the mountain.
Okay, well, I still have a lot of cleaning up to do here. I'd like to get a roof on this before winter, but if you've been watching the channel, you know me and Amy really want to get some mules, and this is what's going to house them, and I'd be pretty excited to get this together and get them here. But I'm going to go back to the cabin and kind of wait on our post to show up, and I think once they get here, that will be that for today, and then we'll go cook some dinner. Okay, now we're just waiting on the post. Okay, while we're waiting on those cabin posts to get here, we're gonna go check our wheel for a second time today, and hopefully we have some more fish. Come on, Lena.
Got another patch of hawkswing. This is such a treat. We are going to be stocked up for winter for soups and stews with these guys. Beautiful. There's a few over here. Another one. Oh my goodness. A little one, and then there's one over there. Oh no, wait, and there's two more back here. Oh, I almost missed these guys. They blend so good. So beautiful.
Look at the size of those legumes. I mean,
those cranberries.
Okay, it's been about 7-ish hours since we checked this last. Let's go check it again. Oh, look at that. There we go. Another 3. That's 6 today. That's great. So something's going on here, whether it's the water level of the river going down, you can feel the wheel kind of hitting the bottom now, or it's just a, you know, like a little spurt going up one of these creeks, but nevertheless, 6 fish today, not too bad. That's a really cool thing about these fish wheels is while I'm up there working, they're still fishing. So I'm basically fishing 24 hours a day as long as this thing's spinning in the water, which is really cool.
Better knife?
Better knife. This is great. Over. Perfect. We'll take these. Okay, we're gonna pack these up, head back to the cabin, and see if our posts are there. Awesome. Real happy with that. Okay, we got all our foundation posts here. Our good friends from Anchorage brought these all the way up here for us. These are just used guardrail ends. We didn't pay anything for them, so these are gonna work out great for the foundation of our cabin, but it's getting pretty late, so we're gonna go make some dinner.
of the zinnia. There you go. Pretty. You want to do another one?
Oh, sure.
Pretty smelling, huh? Helps you go to bed.
Good job.
Nice.
One tomato. Look at these ones. Is that the edible part right in there?
They're all edible. You can eat the leaves too.
Oh yeah, the beets look good. Hard to get to in here, huh?
Of course, I'll have some of the wildflowers in my bouquet.
So pretty. I really need to get in here and harvest all this borage and this chamomile and all these other medicinal herbs and culinary herbs, get them drying. Dennis built me a new drying rack in there for all my mushrooms. I'm really excited about that. Gonna put all that on here.
You can hang your flowers.
I can hang my flowers, my herbs, everything. Oh, they're so beautiful. This did really well. Going to make a salad to go with this dinner. These Polar Star tomatoes did really good. Stout little northern tomato. Alright, so we just cooked up some of our puffball mushrooms and our hawk's wing with our grouse that we shot. A couple of blueberries, crowberries, thyme, and honey on there. I think it's going to be delicious. And I think this is almost done.
I'm gonna go right for the blueberry birds.
It's good as honey.
It's good?
Mm. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's the sweetest grouse I ever tasted.
Mm. Well, that was another good productive day, but I think we're gonna finish dinner and call it a night.
Hey guys, this is Amy and Dennis from Holdfast, Alaska. We are a small family living in the eastern interior, building a subsistence homestead.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed that video, and we'll see you on the next one.